method. Okay, the problem statement for this particular problem is analyze the continuous beam shown in figure by moment distribution method and draw the bending moment diagram. Assume moment of EI, that is flexural rigidity, constant throughout the section of your beam. Okay, so this is the particular beam which is given here. We are having span ABCDE. Okay, span ABCDE. Span AB is subjected to a point load of a point load of a point load of 40 kilonewton, which is acting at a distance 2 meter from point B, and at a distance 3 meter from point A or end A. Then this particular span BC, it is subjected to a point load of 20 kilonewton, which is acting at the midspan of BC. The span of BC is 4 meter. Okay, and span CD, here span CD, it is subjected to a uniformly distributed load of 10 kilonewton per meter, and for span D, which is a overhanging portion, this much portion is an overhanging portion, it is subjected to a point load of 10 kilonewton, which is acting at the edge of the beam, We have to analyze this particular problem by using moment distribution method. Okay, so we'll start with the solution. Okay, as usual, step number one for solving any problem of moment distribution method is to calculate. Step number one is to calculate the fixed end moment. So we'll start with step number one. Calculate fixed end moment. Okay. So for span AB, MFAB, this will be equal to, okay, the bending moment, fixed end moment AB is given by minus WAB square divided by L square. We have W is equal to 40, so minus 40, A is 3 meter, this span is 3 meter, okay, into 2 square divided by 5 square. So this is equal to minus 19.2 kilonewton meter. Similarly, MFBA, this is equal to, formula is WA square B divided by L square. We have W is equal to 40, A square means 3 square multiplied by 2 divided by 5 square. So this is equal to 28.8 kilonewton meter. Similarly, for this span BC, MFBC, this is equal to, the formula is minus WL by 8 because it is acting at the midspan. Therefore minus WL divided by 8. So it is equal to minus 20 into 4 divided by 8. So this will be minus 10 kilonewton meter. Always remember to write down the units. MFCB, this is equal to, the formula will be WL by 4. Okay, the formula will be plus WL by 8. So this is equal to WL by 8. So this will be equal to plus 10 kilonewton meter. Okay. Now for CD, for span CD, MFCD, this is equal to, the formula will be minus WL square upon 12. So minus WL square divided by 12. So this is equal to minus W is 10 into span is 3 square divided by 12. So this will be equal to minus 7.5 kilonewton meter. MFDC, that is for span DC, MFDC, this will be plus WL square by 12. So WL square divided by 12. So this is equal to 10 into 3 square divided by 12, so this will be plus 7.5 kilonewton meter, plus 7.5 kilonewton meter. And last, for this span DE, you can see this particular span DE, it is a overhanging portion. Okay, it is a cantilever overhanging portion. Therefore, the bending moment will not be fixed. It will be final bending moment, that is MFDE, MD. I'll write down MD. It won't be MFDE. It will be final end moment, MDE. This will be minus 10 into 2. Okay, this will be minus 10 into 2. Yeah, this will be minus 10 into 2, so this is equal to minus 20 kilonewton meter, minus 20 kilonewton meter. Okay, so this is how the fixed end moments are calculated. Okay, next step is calculation of the distribution factor. So step number 2. Okay, I'll write down below this. Okay, step number 2, calculate distribution factor. Okay, so step number 2 is calculation of distribution factor. Step number 2 is calculation of distribution factor. Okay, so for calculating distribution factor, you have to prepare a table, okay, containing joint. So joint, member, stiffness, then we will be having summation of stiffness, and finally distribution factor. Distribution factor, this is equal to, this will be Ki, stiffness will be Ki, summation of stiffness, distribution factor will be Ki divided by summation K, Ki divided by summation K. And we will have to draw a table like this. Kishore Lade, join on time. Okay, so we have to prepare a table like this. Okay, and write down the joint names. Okay, for this particular case, we can see here the problem is something like this. The problem is something like this. Okay, the problem is something like this. Okay, so we have at joint B, we'll be having two members, that is BA, this BA and BC. So write down here BA and BC. Okay, BA and BC. The stiffness for BA, will be 4 EI upon L. It will be 4 EI upon L. The stiffness for BA will be 4 EI upon L. So write down 4 EI divided by L. We have L for this particular BA as 5 meters. So 4 EI divided by 5. So this will be equal to, 0.8 EI, 0.8 EI. Similarly, for BC, we will be having the stiffness as 4 EI upon L. So 4 EI upon L is equal to 4 EI. L for BC is 4 meters. So it will be equal to EI. Summation of stiffness for this particular joint B, this will be 0.8. This will be 0.8 plus EI. Sorry, 0.8 plus 1 multiplied by EI. So this is equal to 1.8 EI. So summation of stiffness will be 1.8 EI. Okay, and the distribution factor for member BA, this will be equal to 0.8 divided by 1.8. Okay, so this will be equal to 0.444. Okay, and similarly for BC, it will be EI divided by 1.8 EI. So this will be equal to 0.56. 0.56. So this is how the distribution factor for joint B is calculated. Then we have this joint C here. Okay, then we have this joint C here. So we have to calculate the distribution factor for joint C. So for joint C, we have two members, CB and CD. CB and CD. So we'll have to write down the stiffness for CB. For CB, the stiffness will be equal to 4EI upon L. For CB, stiffness is 4EI upon L. We have L is equal to 4 meter for this. Therefore, 4EI divided by 4. So this is equal to EI. And for CD, the stiffness will be 3EI upon L. 3EI upon L, because you can see here both the ends, this support D, this is a hinged or a simple support or a roller support. So as per our rule, if we are having both the ends like this, that is hinged or roller, then the stiffness K, this will be equal to 3EI upon L. 3EI upon L. Okay, so as per this particular rule, we will be using the stiffness for this span. For this span, CD is equal to 3EI upon L. So 3EI upon span is 3 meters. So 3 is equal to, it will be EI. Summation of stiffness, this will be EI. This will be equal to EI. This will be equal to EI plus EI. So this will be equal to twice EI. Okay. And the distribution factor for this CB, this will be equal to this EI divided by twice EI. So this will be EI divided by twice EI. So this is equal to 0.5. And similarly for this span CD, the distribution factor will be KI divided by summation of K. So this will be EI divided by twice EI. So this is equal to again 0.5. Now for this particular beam, you can see here we will be having this particular span CD as a where this end support D is a it is a simple support or a roller support. Okay, therefore for span CD, the distribution factor will be 1.0. For span CD, distribution factor will be 1.0 directly, and for span DE, the distribution factor will be 0. For span DE, distribution factor will be 0 because there is no possibility that there will be distribution of moment for DE, because it is an overhanging portion. It is an overhanging portion. Therefore, for span CD, the distribution factor will be 1.0, and for DE, it will be 0. It will be 0. So I'll write down this values here. Okay, so at joint D we'll be having DC and DE, DC and DE, DC and DE. For this distribution factor for DC, this will be 1.0, and for DE it will be 0, okay, or 0.0. Okay, so this is how the distribution factors are calculated. And the next step will be to carry out the moment distribution. So what we have to do, we have to prepare a moment distribution table. So step number 3 will be moment distribution table. Okay, we have to prepare a moment distribution table and carry out the moment distribution or distribution of moment. So for that we have to prepare a table like this. First row will be joint, second row will be member, third row will be distribution factor, fourth row will be fixed end moment, okay. Sorry. Okay, so for this we are having joint A. For this we are having joint A. Just a minute. Okay, we are having joint A, then we are having joint B, then we are having joint C, and last we will be having joint D. At this joint A we are having member AB. At this joint B we are having BA and BC. At this joint C we are having CB and CD joint, and at this joint D we are having DC and DE joint. Okay. Just a minute. Just okay, and this is how the distribution table is prepared, and we will be providing the values of different distribution table. Now for this joint B, we can see here the distribution factor. The distribution factor for BA is 0.4, BA is 0.4, and for BC it is 0.56. So we'll go here and write down the distribution factor values. So this is 0.444, and it is 0.56, or it is rather 556. It will be 0.556 because some of these two should be 1. Some of these two should be 1. Okay. Then for joint C we will be having the distribution factor. For joint C we will be having the distribution factor as 0.5 for CB and 0.5 for CD. Okay, so we'll write down this here, 0.5. For DC we'll be having 1.0, and DE will be having distribution factor as 0. Then we have to write down the fixed end moment. We have to write down the values of fixed end moment for different spans, that is AB, BC, CD, and etc. Okay, like this. So I will write down this here. For the bending moment for AB is minus 19.2, and for BC it is 28.8. So I'll write down this here. For AB we'll be having minus 19.2, minus 19.2, and for BA it is 28.8. For BC it is minus 10. For CB fixed end moment is plus 10. For CD it is minus 7.5, for DC it is plus 7.5, and for DE it is minus 20. It is minus 20. So this is how we have to prepare this moment distribution table. Okay, and now we have to carry out the distribution of moments. So step number 1 will be, because you can see here the end support. Here the end support is a simple support. Here the end support is a simple support. Therefore what we have to do, we should have a zero bending moment here. For that what we have to do, we have to revise the bending moment. Okay, for that you can see here we'll be having some unbalanced moment of, just a minute. Here we'll be having some unbalanced moment of minus 20 plus 7.5. That will be equal to minus 12.5. This is the unbalanced moment which is acting at joint C. So we have to balance this end support or simple support first. Okay, for that what we have to do, we have here total unbalanced moment of minus 20 plus 7.5. So this is equal to minus 12.5 unbalanced moment. So what we have to do, we have to apply balancing moment. We have to apply a balancing moment of 12.5 plus 12.5 at joint D, then this will be balanced. So we will be applying 12.5. It is called as balancing. Okay, hinge support or roller support, balancing hinge support or a roller support. Okay, but due to application of this balancing moment, what will happen? Half of this moment will be transferred to CD. Half of this moment will be transferred to CD. It is called as carry over. It is called as carry over. So we'll be transferring half of moment. So it will be 6.25, and then we'll be doing the calculating the revised fixed end moment. We'll be calculating a revised fixed end moment. So revised fixed end moment. Here we'll be having revised fixed end moment as minus 19.2, minus 19.2. Here again 28.8, minus 10 plus 10. Here it will be minus 7.5 plus 6.25, minus 7.5 plus 6.25. This will be minus 1.25 kilonewton meter. And here we'll be having total moment will be, this will be plus 20, minus 20. So this will be 0. Okay, so we'll not write down any value here. Okay, because this particular total is 0 now. This total is 0 now. These are the revised bending moment fixed end moment values. Now what we have to do? We have to carry out the balancing and carry over of moment. So step number next step will be balancing. Okay, next step is balancing. For balancing, what we'll be doing? We'll be calculating the unbalanced moment. And then applying the balancing moment. So at this joint B, we'll be having total unbalanced moment of plus 28.8 minus 10. So we have total unbalanced moment of 18.8 kilonewton meter. This is plus 18.8 kilonewton meter. So we'll be applying unbalanced balancing moment of minus 18.8 kilonewton at this joint B. Minus 18.8 kilonewton meter moment at this joint B, and this 18.8 kilonewton meter moment at joint B will be jointly shared by BA and BC. So BA will be sharing out of this minus 18.8 into distribution factor of BA. Distribution factor of BA is 0.44. So multiply it with 0.444. So this will be equal to minus 8.27, minus 8.27. So write down here minus 8.27. Okay, next out of this 18.8, the BC will be sharing minus 18.8 into distribution factor of BC. It is 0.556. So write down here minus 18.8 into 0.556. So this will be equal to, minus 10.45. Okay, so just write down here minus 10.45. Okay, similarly at joint C, similarly at the joint C, okay, we'll be having some unbalanced moment, and unbalanced moment is addition of these two moments, that is 10 minus 1.25. So this is equal to, so the unbalanced moment here will be 10 minus 1.25. So this is 8.75. This is the unbalanced moment. So what we'll be doing? We'll be applying balancing moment of minus 8.75. Okay, minus 8.75, and it will be shared by CB and CD. CB will be sharing minus 8.75 multiplied by the distribution factor value for CB. Okay, that is 0.5. 0.5. So this will be equal to minus 4.375. So just write down here minus 4.375. Similarly, here also we'll be having distribution factor as 0.5. Therefore, it will be minus 4.375. minus 4.375. This is called as balancing. Next step is carry over. Next step is carry over. Okay, next step is carry over. So half of this particular moment will be transferred to AB. So it will be minus 4.135. Half of this moment will be transferred to CB and it will be minus 5.225. Okay, half of this moment will be transferred to B joint or BC and it will be minus 2.18. Minus 2.18. Okay, now this moment will not be transferred to anywhere. It won't be transferred because here we will be having a simple, here at this joint D, you can see here at this joint D, it is a roller support, so it won't be carrying any moment, or no moments are transferred to this joint D. Okay, so again we can see here at this joint B will be having some unbalanced moment of minus 2.18, and at this joint C will be having unbalanced moment of minus 5.522 or 25. Okay, so we have to again do the balancing of these joints. We have to again do the balancing. So balancing. Okay, for balancing, just a minute. Again we have to do the balancing here. So for balancing, here the unbalanced moment at this joint B, that is minus 2.18, so we'll be applying a balancing moment of plus 2.18 and it will be shared by BA and BC. It will be shared by BA and BC. Okay, now this BA will be sharing 2.18 into distribution factor of BA, that is 0.444. Okay, so it will be 0.444 and this is equal to 0.96. This will be, just a minute, and this will be 4 and this will be 0.96. It will be 0.96. Just write down here 0.96. Similarly, BC will be carrying 2.18 into distribution factor for BC, that is 0.556. So this will be equal to 1.21. So here 1.21. Similarly for joint B, similarly for this joint B also, similarly for joint C, okay, we will be having unbalanced moment. We will be having unbalanced moment of minus 5.225. So minus 5.225. This is unbalanced moment. So we will be applying a balancing moment of plus 5.225. This will be shared by two members, that is CB and CD. CB will be sharing a moment of 5.225 into distribution factor, that is 0.5. Here the distribution factor for both the CB and CD is 0.5. Okay, therefore this value, just a minute, 5.25 and this will be equal to 2.612. So we'll be having here balancing moment of 2.612. Okay, we can see here these balancing moments are not yet negligible. These are not negligible moment. Okay, therefore we have to again go for carryover. So half of this moment will be transferred here. So it will be 0.48, that is 0.96 by 2. half of this will be transferred here, half of this will be transferred here, so that will be 0.605. half of this moment will be transferred here. Okay, so this will be 1.306. Okay, 306. Again you can see here, add this joint B, again we are having unbalanced moment of 1.306, and add joint C, we are having unbalanced moment of 0.605, and it is not yet negligible. Okay, so again we have to go for balancing, okay, so we have to balance this. So we have to balance this moment of 1.306 at joint B, and this 1.306, it will be balanced by a balancing moment of minus 1.306, and it will be shared by okay, so we'll be doing the balancing. Add joint B, add this joint B, will be having unbalanced moment of 1.306, and it will be balanced by a balancing moment of minus 1.306. This moment will be shared by BA and BC. Okay, and BA will be sharing a moment of minus 1.306 multiplied by distribution factor, that is 0.444. so this is equal to minus 0.57. okay, so write down here minus 0.57. similarly for BC, it will be minus 1.306 multiplied by distribution factor, that is 0.556. so this is equal to minus 0.73, so write down minus 0.73 here. Okay, now at joint C, will be having unbalanced moment of 0.605, so a balancing moment of minus 0.605 will be applied. This will be shared by CB and CD. CB will be sharing out of this minus 0.605, it will be sharing 50%, so this will be equal to 0.3. so write down here 0.3. distribution factor is same, therefore 0.3 again go for carryover, of moments. Okay, okay, so again go for carryover, so write down here carryover. Okay, so half of this moment will be transferred here, so it will be minus 0.3 approximately. Okay, half of this moment will be transferred here, it will be minus 0.365. half of this moment will be transferred here, it will be 0.15. okay, so this is carryover. Next you can see here, again we are having unbalancing moment of 0.15 here. Sorry, this will be minus, just a minute. Yeah, these values will be minus. Okay, this will be minus, and again this will be minus again, so this will be minus. Okay, this will be minus again. Okay, so you can see here we are having unbalanced moment of minus 0.15 here at joint B, and minus 0.365 at joint C. Okay, so again we have to go for balancing, okay, so this 0.15, minus 0.15, this will be shared by BA and BC. Okay, this will be shared by BA and BC, and it will be 0.15 is the balancing moment. BA will be sharing this will be sharing 0.15 into distribution factor of 0.444. So this is equal to 0.066. So write down here 0.066. Okay, and this BC, it will be sharing 0.15 into 0.556. So this will be equal to 0.083. So write down here 0.083. Now this minus 0.365, it will be shared by this. It will be balanced by a balancing moment of plus 0.365, and it will be shared by CB and CD. Okay, and the proportion will be 50%. So it is equal to 0.365 multiplied by 0.5, that is distribution factor, and it is equal to 0.182. Okay, so 182. Okay, so again go for, okay, you can either stop here. Okay, you can also stop here, because you can see we are having some negligible moment of 0.066, 0.083 and 0.182 and 0.182. You can also stop here. Otherwise we can also take one more iteration. So we will be going for one more iteration. Okay, is there? Okay, we can either stop here or we can take one more iteration. So better we'll take one more iteration. So do the carryover. Half of this moment will be transferred here. So transferred moment will be 0.033. Half of this moment will be transferred here. So transferred moment will be 0.415. Sorry, 0.0415. It will be 0.0415. Okay, just a minute, I'll calculate this. So 0.083 into, so it will be 0.0415. Okay, and half of this moment will be transferred here, and it will be 0.091. Okay, next again go for balancing of moment. Okay, again go for balancing. Okay, so here this 0.091, it will be shared by BA and BC in proportion of their, I'll directly write down the values now. Okay, but it will be minus 0.04, and here we'll be having minus 0.05. Okay, here this 0.415, this 0. Plus 0.415, it will be shared by CB and CD in proportion of their stiffness, their distribution factor. So this value will be just a minute. So this value will be 0.02 and 0.02. Okay, so this is how the balancing and carryover is carried out. Now the final step, to calculate the final end moment. Okay, so how we will be calculating the final end moment? We will be summing from this revised fixed end moment column, we will be summing all these bending moment here. Okay, we will take summation of every column from this revised fixed end moment. Okay, from this revised fixed end moment, that is, we will be summing minus 19.2, minus 4.135, 0.48, minus 0.3 and 0.033, and we will write down here. Okay. Okay, so these are the final fixed end moment, final end moment values. That is, for AB we are having minus 23.12, for BA we are having 20.94, BC we are having minus 20.94, for CB 3.14, CD minus 3.14, DC 20, and DE minus 20. Okay, so last step will be to draw the bending moment diagram. Last step will be to draw the bending moment diagram. Okay, I'll copy this here. To draw the bending moment diagram, be drawing the bending moment diagram below the beam itself. Okay, so okay, for drawing the bending moment diagram, draw the reference line. Draw the reference line. Okay, we are having A, B, C, D, and finally we are having E. Okay, the free bending moment value for this AB, this will be the free bending moment value for this. Okay, this will be the bending moment diagram will be something like this, and the value will be it will be WAB upon L. So it is 40 into A is 3 into 2 divided by 5. So this value will be 40 into 3 into 2 divided by 5. So this will be 48. Okay, so this will be 48. Okay, I'll delete these values because it will be difficult to understand. This will be 48. Okay, this will be 48 here. We will be having 48 here. Then for BC, okay, this will be this will be 20. For BC, this free bending moment value, it will be 20. So I'll draw the free bending moment diagram. Okay, now for CD, it will be WL square upon 8. So W is 10 into L is 3 square divided by 8. So this will be 11.25, and the figure will be a parabolic. 11.25, and the figure will be a parabolic. Okay, this is how the free bending moment diagram is drawn. Now we'll be taking up the values of fixed end moment or support moment. Okay, now you can see here for this span AB, the fixed end moment or end moment is minus 23.12. So write down here minus 23.12. Sorry, this value was, I think it is 11.25, 11.25. This value was 20. This value was 20. Okay, now we'll be having here, this will be minus 23. So it will be minus 23.12. Okay, minus therefore on the anti-clockwise phase. Okay, then we have 20.94, that is BC, BA. So plus therefore it will be on clockwise phase. Okay, so it will be 20.194, 20.94. Okay, for BC we have minus 20.94, therefore on anti-clockwise phase it is already drawn. For CB will be having 3.14. Will be having 3.14. So draw here 3.14 like this, 3.14, and for DC we are having minus 20. So minus 20 here, draw here minus 20. Join all these points. Okay. Join all these points. Okay, this is the final bending moment diagram. This is the final bending moment diagram. This is your effective bending moment portion. This is your effective bending moment portion. Okay. Now out of this will be negative, this portion will be negative, this portion will be positive, this portion will be negative, this portion again this will be negative, and this portion will be again negative. Okay.